Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
A very warm welcome to Child Welfare South Africa today. My name is Vue Kirana. I trust you are having an absolutely fantastic morning and you're ready for the week ahead. Now, CWSA, Child Welfare South Africa, if this is your first time listening to the show, is actually an umbrella body that represents about 151 child welfare affiliates, 30 developing organizations, 20 organizations, 25 outreach projects, and about 206 communities. And collectively, there's a reach to about 2 million children, as well as their families and their caregivers, and also consists of over 1,200 staff members and over 3,500 volunteers. So fundraising is such a pivotal part for the organization, from not only maintenance level, but also in making sure that objectives of the organizations are supported. Now, these include protecting the children in our country from all kinds of abuse, making a difference in the lives of children, establishing networks and partnerships to ensure the safeguarding of our children, and being a credible and professional body for a child protection, as well as providing support and guidance to other member organizations, which is why today on the show we'll be talking about the up-and-coming gala event that is going to be focused on fundraising, and it will be held at the Maslow Hotel in Johannesburg on the 3rd of November. And in just a few minutes, we'll be talking to the Acting National Executive Director, Dr. Benny Obayi, about the event and how it's going to work out. Also, if you want more information on child welfare and what they're doing, what's happening, the programs, and you want to get involved, don't be afraid to go to childwelfaresa.org.za, or you can call 074-080-8315. So in just a few minutes, we'll be talking to the doctor about how the preparations have been going, who's getting involved, who's going to be speaking, and how you can also, book your table, book your seats, and do so at the, at the expense, or rather for the children, for the children that are affiliated with Child Welfare South Africa. We'll be talking to Doctor in a few minutes, but for now we're going to take a short break.
Brandlive.co.za.
Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Yeah. Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.bstownmedia.co.za.
Brandlive.co.za.
You're back on CWSA today, and the time is about 4 minutes past 11. And as I said before the break, we're talking about the upcoming gala event that's going to be happening with Child Welfare South Africa at the Maslow Hotel on the 3rd of November. And we are joined via telephone by Dr. Benny Obayi, who's the Acting National Executive Director. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. It's quite cold today. How are you?
Yeah. Well, it's not cold on this side of Jurong. It's a bit warm.
Oh, I wish it was you. Can you just tell us a little bit about the preparations for the big day coming up?
Yeah, it's a big day for us, and it's a big event. It's on the 3rd of November at the Maslow Hotel in Sandton.
Yes.
It's Child Welfare South Africa's first gala event in after many years.
Yes.
And we're going to have a lot of people there. First, we have the Minister of Finance as a guest speaker.
Yes.
And we have Miss South Africa as celebrity for the night. And we're also going to have other celebrity ambassadors that will be there, for celebrities and several other people, including business leaders and people from the business community that will be part of the event. So it's exciting,
yes.
And we look forward to the event.
What do you think is the importance of having sort of celebrity partnerships in these kind of events?
Part of what we want to achieve through this is we are using the platform to launch our celebrity ambassadors.
Okay.
Now, the whole idea is that celebrities are they influence the public. They influence the people in ways that we often don't think about it. And the importance of partnering with celebrities for social cause is that they are able to get the messages that we want to get to the public across their own platform in ways that they can reach out to their own audience.
Yes.
So that's why we're involving the celebrities, just so that we get to disseminate the kind of message we want to get to the public through the celebrities, through the people that endorse our programs, through the people that endorse the work that we do. Because although this is a fundraiser, but we usually infuse our work in everything we do. So we're using it to raise awareness on the challenges of children in South Africa, the challenges of abuse, neglect, and exploitation of children. So the event is not just about raising funds, it's also about raising awareness and bringing to the for the issues that concern children.
Yes, talking about those issues, what are the sort of themes and the touching points that are going to come out of the invited speakers? I know you mentioned the minister is going to be there. What do you think she's going to be speaking about that's going to, inspire and cause more awareness?
Part of the reason we are trying to also get the business community involved is that our focus is we don't want people to think that the protection of children is only the responsibility of social workers or the police or the NGOs.
Yes.
We want everyone to be involved. We want the whole society to be involved. So when we have senior people in government or celebrities or people in the society attend and endorse our event, the message we are sending out is that the work is not only for the NGOs or for a few people, it's everybody's work.
Yes.
Everyone can contribute in different ways. People can contribute either by making donations to support the people that are out there in the field, or going and volunteering their time or service or skills or talent in the work of helping children. And we usually use such events to tell people different ways they can assist. A lot of times people don't realize, they think that it's all that NGOs or all it takes to protect children is to have social workers.
Yes.
So people don't realize that you need the skills of lawyers, you need the skills of engineers, you need the skills of software developers in the protection of children. So those are the kind of awareness we create through such platform to tell people that the job of protecting children is not only the responsibility of social workers.
I completely agree. I think it's so important to have that kind of meeting of minds together for the night. And I think from an expectation point of view, what do you think makes sort of these gala dinners really efficient ways to fundraise?
It's a special way because in the current busy schedule that everyone has and the fast-paced world, fast-paced system of global environment, it's often difficult to get people's attention. So when a day is set aside where these issues are focused on, it creates more impact compared to if we just focus on the platform that we use, which is basically sending out newsletters and information to people. A lot of times the impact is not as huge as bringing people together in a room 2 hours, 3 hours, and sending out the core message you want to get across to the people. The impact is more. So that's why we are looking at having an annual event like this to highlight the issues and also gather support from the people on how they can partner with Child Welfare South Africa and be involved.
Definitely. And which sponsors have come on board so far?
Sorry, say that again?
Which sponsors have come on board so far? Which people have, come on and booked a table, and also how does that work? How do people get involved? How do they get the necessary funds in and the necessary skills in, and get to meet and greet the right people at CWSA on the 3rd?
So far, we have some companies that have bought tables. Some have indicated interest. We sent out the invite to corporates.
Yes.
We're targeting corporates. We are selling tables, table of 10, and the table of 10 goes for 20,000.
Yes.
And there's also going to be a silent auction at the night on that day. People can get more information by visiting our website, www.childwelfaresa.org.za, or they can send an email to em@childwelfaresa.org.za. The opportunity of the night provides platform for people to interact and engage, because it's going to be free. It's going to provide opportunities for businesses to interact with each other. We first start with a meet and greet session. It starts at 7:15, but between 7:15 and 8 p.m. it's going to be meet and greet session, and people will get to interact with other people that are there, and also forge partnerships and network. They would also get to meet the celebrities and the government officials that are there.
Yes.
We're receiving a lot of support from Sun International, and we are so grateful for the support.
Yes.
They are sponsoring a lot of the events, and they actually made it possible for the endorsement of the Miss South Africa and the different in the previous Miss South Africa. We're also getting a lot of support from the Sibaya Community Trust.
Yes.
They're supporting the whole process, and also from Edison Powers, from the chairperson of Edison Powers, Mr. Vivian Reddy, who's also patron of Child Welfare South Africa, and is given a lot of support towards this process and also towards the process of what we do in Child Welfare South Africa. So we are getting a lot of support from this angle, and we're still reaching out to more people. Some of them we haven't actually disclosed. Some of them are anonymous. We have people that are sponsoring the food and the wine and the drinks for the evening.
Oh, that's lovely. Yes.
So there's a lot of goodwill towards us, and we're grateful for that.
Now tell us a bit about the funds that are going to be raised. First of all, what is the goal, Mark? What is the reaching point that you hope to really receive on the night? But also, what are you going to be doing with the funds? Is it going to be for a national body? Is it going to trickle down to the affiliates? What is the idea around this specific fundraiser and the money that's going to be made?
Specifically, we are hoping to get from 5 million upwards.
Yes.
And that is to continue the work of the national organization,
yes,
which is focused on 3 areas. One is research and advocacy. Now, we focus a lot on that because if you do not understand the problem, you can't find a solution.
Yes.
So, research is the diagnostic process of understanding the problem. So we focus on research, and then we can advocate, which makes it easier for the affiliates to do their work.
Yes.
And the next level is capacity building. So we focus on building the capacity of the affiliates and the frontline professionals so that they are well equipped to do the work. And beside those within our network, we also reach out to others. Part of the training we are going to facilitate include training those like in the police services,
Yes.
the justice system, and social workers and other professionals that will be trained, especially in the area that we are focusing on combating sexual exploitation and trafficking
Yes.
of children.
Yes.
It's an area a lot of people still do not understand. So we're going to be building the capacity of our members, of the
Affiliates.
people of the community
Yes.
in this area to be able to do the work. And then the next area is child protection services. And
Okay.
that's where we focus also on making sure that the statutory work is done according to legislation, making sure that we develop community-based programs that respond to the needs. Some of the community-based programs address the needs of orphaned and vulnerable children.
Yes.
Some through the facility programs, like one of our programs, our Tokoma Home, that
Yes.
takes children that are abused, abandoned, or orphaned children, mostly, some of them mostly due to HIV/AIDS. And we also have other community-based programs that just make sure that children are kept safe, they are kept away from harm and abusive relationships. So those are the three things that we focused on. And the funds are to help us continue to do this work so that we can continue to reach the children that we have reached over the years.
Definitely.
Currently, through the different channels of the work that we do, we have reached over 2 million children per annum. And
Yes.
we constantly have to raise funds to make sure that we continue to do this.
Yes.
Because crime against children is not abating, is not reducing. So we have to intensify the effort.
Yes.
We have to continue to fight on, and we can only do that when we have the necessary
Research.
resources, including
Exactly.
funds.
I completely agree with you. And if this one is a success, if the gala event is a success, are we looking at perhaps gala events from a provincial level in every province at some point?
Yes, this is the launch of the national one, and we're also going to have the provincial ones. Already, the one for Mpumalanga held
Yes.
this last Saturday, and it had a lot of guests that came and supported and pledged their support for child welfare South Africa.
Yes.
We had the judge president of Mpumalanga and the
Wow.
representation from the government, the Department of Community Safety and Liaison.
Yes.
The MEC was there as well.
Wow.
So it's also going to trickle down. The next one is going to be in Western Cape, Grand West Hotel, and it's going to move to KZN and all the other provinces. So it's going to go round, and we're going to have one national and one in each province every year as a way to get the information across and also get the support of the people towards the work of child welfare South Africa.
That is amazing. I'm so excited for the event on the 3rd of November at the Maslow, but also I think it's so important that all of the other provinces will have their chance at fundraising as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor. I don't know if you have any, closing sentiments about the gala event that you'd like, people to know.
Yes, would like to appeal to the business communities to reach out to us. Those that are not able to make it for the gala event can still reach out to us ways they can partner with us.
Yes.
And those that the tickets are still available, if people want to buy tickets, they can send an email to em@childwelfaresa.org.za, or they can call 074-080-8816, and they will get information on how they can book a table before it's late.
So it's em@childwelfare.org.za.
The em@childwelfaresa.org.za.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for your time, Doctor. I'm pretty sure you'll be getting a flood of emails and calls because it's such a worthy cause and it's so important to support. And all the best for the gala event. You've got a few weeks left.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was Dr. Benny Obai, the Acting National Executive Director of Child Welfare South Africa. As I said before, there's an upcoming gala, which is from a national perspective, going to be one of the biggest ones, and one that hasn't been done in a long, long time. It's going to be at the Maslow Hotel on the 3rd of November. Do not be afraid to call in, to email, and find out how you can book a table, how you can support, even if it's from a skills level, even if it's from a volunteering perspective. And if you're a celebrity and you happen to bump into the show or you're listening to the show right now, call in. And if you have sort of a strong inclination to support and to be part of protecting children in South Africa, you need not go too far. This is where, children's lives are going to be affected at Child Welfare South Africa. Again, if you want more information on the gala and other programs that are facilitated by Child Welfare South Africa, you can go to childwelfaresouthafrica.org.za and you can find out a little bit more about that. I'm certainly excited about the gala event, not only because I'm going to be around celebrities, but because I think it's about time that, as government, as corporates, as, people, we come together and we find the solutions and the strategies to make sure that our children are protected, because they are the future. They are who we're looking to change policies, to change the world. And if they aren't right, the state of the country won't be right. And that concludes our show for today. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Vicky and you were listening to CWSA today. Check you next time, same place, at 11 till 11:30 every Monday.
brandlive.co.za. Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.